Okay, now let's do a really hard one. Here's one, and we're going to do exactly the same steps. But the reason this is hard is because we got so many things in there. And that just automatically makes it a lot harder. Even though it's the same steps. If you were a machine, this would be nothing because we wouldn't care at how complicated things look, right? Okay, so we're going to do the simplest thing last. And let's go through and figure out what the simplest thing is. Looks like it might be phosphorus. That's by itself, but aha, carbon is just one atom. That's the simplest thing. So let's do carbon last, and we'll do phosphorus the second to last, and it's P4, which is just we don't see that a lot when we're doing practice problems. P4, that's just terrifying. So let's go left to right, doing these two things last. Calcium will be the first thing we do. Phosphorus will be second to last. Oxygen, silicon, whoa, and then oxygen we've already got. Carbon and phosphorus. Okay, so we'll do phosphorus and oxygen. I mean, phosphorus and carbon. So obviously, it really is going to be okay if you choose the wrong thing to go simplest last, because it's an balancing is an iterative process. We're just going to go through it over and over again. Let me get rid of these notes here. Keep things clean. Okay. Now, calcium first. 3 and 3. So there's 3 over here. Let's put a 3 in front of this, and there will be 3 and 3. Okay, oxygen. Looks like there's 8 plus 2 is 10. 9 plus 1 is 10. Well, that was nice. Maybe this is not going to be so bad, right? You see this is 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. 9, 1, 10. That's right. Okay. Silicon is 1. And there's 3 over here. Uh-oh. Okay. So I have to put a 3 here. And I just messed up my oxygen. So I'm going to start over again. So it's 3 silicons and 3 silicons. Okay. So I just messed up my oxygens. We'll fix that. Let's go with I'm going to go with another color now. Just starting all over again because I'm confused. 3 calciums. Uh-oh, lost my marker. Uh-oh, don't tell me. There you go. Okay. 3 calciums and 3 actually didn't mess that up, but I didn't know that, right? Okay. So how many oxygens? Looks like I've got 8 plus 3 times 2 is 6. That's 14 now. Yeah. Okay. That's ugly. 3, that's 9. And I've got one more over here, but I can just change that. If I put a 5 in front of that, right? So watch this. Let's do this again. 8 plus 6 is 14. And this is going to be 14 too. I got to go here in a second. My alarm's going off. Stop. Okay. 14 and 14. And so let's keep going. Silicons are 3. 3. That's still 3. And that's still 3. Okay, this is not so bad. I messed up my oxygen, but I fixed it. Now let's go phosphorus. So it looks like I've got 2 phosphorus over here and 4 over here. Okay, what's the relationship there? Well, I can just, if I say half of my phosphorus, half of 4 is 2, then I'm good. Suppose that you're a machine. If I were programming this, I might say, well, take this, it'll be our denominator. I need 2 total, right? I've got 2 over here. So let's say 2 over, and then I'll use that subscript as my denominator, 2 over 4, which is 1/2. 2/4 is 1/2. Same thing. So I'm going to say 1/2. So it looks like my phosphorus atoms, I've got 2 over here, and 1/2 times 4 is 2. Okay, wow, this is not so bad. Now it looks like I've got 1 carbon over here and 5 over here. So if I make this a 5, then I've got 5 and 5. Okay, now I think this is good, but it's so messy. I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to go back to blue now, and I'm just going to do the whole thing before I get rid of my fraction. 3 calciums. I got 3 calciums and 3 calciums. Okay, let's go with oxygen. 8 plus 6 is 14. Yep. 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay. And silicon's next. 3 plus 3 and 3. Okay. And let's go with phosphorus next. 2 phosphorus over here. Yep. 2. And 1/2 times 4 is 2. Yep. And then 5 carbons over here. Yep. And 5 carbons over here. Yep. Okay. All right. So we're good. Now the last thing I do is get rid of my fraction. I go and find my fraction. It's got a 2 in the bottom. So I multiply everything by 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 2 is 6. 1/2 times 2 is 1. 5 times 2 is 10. Wow, I never would have got that, right? This is the time when I'm thankful I have a method. I'm going to put a 2 in front of that. Silicon's going to be 6. Wow. 5. Calcium. Ooh, that's not a 5. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's 10. I really want my points. Went to all the trouble. 6. Phosphorus is 1. I'm just going to leave the 1 off. And I'm going to put a 10 here. And I admit, I'm going to cross my fingers. If I were on a test, I would count them all one more time. But I'm not going to. I think this is right. 2, 6, 10, 6, 1, and 10. 2, 6, 10, 6, 1, and 10. Yeah, I think that's right. Watch this. Oh, wow. I love the method. Okay. Good luck to you. Hope this helps.